Hi, my name is Stephanie Moles, and I'm here in support of the International Day of the Elimination of Violence Against Women. And I'd like to share with you who I am and what happened to me and where I am today. I was born and raised into a very violent home. There was alcoholism back on both sides. I had multiple stepfathers who were alcoholic, yelling and screaming and slapping. It was not unheard of to get unexpectedly slapped to the floor. And sadly enough, you start to kind of get used to that, and I kind of thought that was a normal life. Didn't everybody yell and scream at each other? Didn't everybody's father chase them out the door threatening to kill them? Doesn't everybody just get out of control? And I find myself trying to kick and fight away from my stepfather who's strangling me, and I pass out. To go to bed and then get up the next day and go to school like nothing happened. And I didn't know different. You don't know what you don't know. And I thought that was normal. Somewhere inside I knew, though, you don't talk about it. You don't tell anybody, and you don't let anybody see the marks. And nobody told me to hide. I somehow knew that there was enough shame inside of me and embarrassment that there was something that you just didn't talk about. And so, you know, I started growing up in that household. I started drinking when I was 14. I became a mother when I was 15. When I was 16, I was an alcoholic, abusive mother myself. And I would come out of blackouts, striking my children, and then wanting to die from shame. I didn't know what the problem was. I tried moving away. I tried different boyfriends. I tried everything. And then I found him. I found the man who I thought was going to make my life better, and he turned out to be alcoholic and an abusive man. I was married to him for 10 years, and then the day that I got done, I was in the middle of a divorce. I'd had a beautiful home up on the hill that was in foreclosure. I had a pool in the backyard and property and a car, and I had fine clothes. And it was a nightmare. You know, it looked like a fantasy land on the outside, but it was a nightmare on the inside. And in the middle of that divorce, I came across a woman who put her hand out to me, who had been where I had been, and said, "Stephanie, are you ready to change your life?" And I said, "Yes." And that woman putting her hand in my hand and putting her arm around me and telling me that she would walk me through this changed my life, changed my children's life. I have not touched my children since that day. It's been over 20 years now. She told me to get my butt in school and get an education. I got my children in therapy, and we started putting the pieces back together. I had a good career, a very successful career in corporate business. And then about 8 years ago, here in San Diego, I heard the plea of a woman one more time wanting help and didn't know where to go. And I founded a nonprofit that today is called Grace After Fire, and we are advocates for women wanting to change their life. And our primary focus is on women veterans who are looking for that. You know, the domestic violence within our military families today is terrible. And the children are suffering, and the women are suffering. And the women coming together, we can make a difference. Because if it wasn't a woman who put her hand out to me, I wouldn't be with you here today. So here's what I'm going to ask of you. If you want to change a family, help the woman within that family. I didn't think I could be helped. I didn't think that I was worth helping. I had low self-esteem. I was shameful. I thought it was my fault. I didn't know how to ask for help. So I encourage you to ask for help. And I'm asking all women to reach out and tell your story so that we don't feel alone. And that together we can change. We can change ourselves, we can change the world. It's what goes on behind those closed doors that we can stop from happening. And it's okay to voice. It's okay to talk about what's happened. Lives get saved when we share. And lives get saved when we tell our story. So I hope that you will too. And if there's military women out there and you want some help, I invite you to come to graceafterfire.org, and we would love to have you there. it's a good day.